So in today's video, guys, I just wanted to cover real quick what I'm doing. I wanted to give you a little bit of fundamental analysis on silver and the Trump administration, so I'll make this quick. Getting started, for first-time investors or people who are just kind of curious of what my thought process is right now on fundamental analysis for the markets, here it is. So we have Trump coming in as our new president here in 2017. He has made some selections in his cabinet or in administration, and some of those are really controversial right now. Because of this, it basically has people on edge because some of these people are from the establishment. Okay? With that being said, he kind of has to do that if he wants to play ball with these guys and get some of the stuff that he wants to get done. If he wants that to get done, he's going to have to play ball with these guys. So you got that going. You also have the renminbi yuan, which joined the SDR basket just a few months ago. If you recall, I was talking about how the Chinese yuan in the SDR basket would give other countries kind of a way to go around the U.S. dollar, so they're dumping U.S. treasuries. Gregory Mannarino also talks about this. You can go check out his channel, but he talks about the disconnect between the stock market and actual bond prices going down. And I've experienced a little bit of that in my asset allocation, in my IRA that I've got set up. It's more safe haven assets, dealing with bonds and stuff like that. But those have went down, and I've only taken less than a 4% loss. Okay, and we're talking about one of the most massive bond sell-offs in history. Okay, so it's unprecedented what is happening, and I really haven't lost a lot of money. If you're interested in knowing how to reduce your risk so you're not losing as much, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can check out a video that I shot on asset allocation, and I go through and I show you kind of how to reduce your risk. You're not taking on as many losses when you get massive sell-offs like this. So you can check that out. The other thing that we have is, you've got Trump saying that he wants to rebuild the military. Okay, now you got to keep in mind, if you're rebuilding the military, you're going to need to rebuild tanks, helicopters, implement new technological devices within the military. If you want to do all that, it's going to require silver. All right, so I pretty much ended all my speculation trading back before Trump got elected, and since then I've decided to put a halt on short-term speculation just because there's so much uncertainty in the markets. Okay, now what I have though going as far as speculation is more of a long-term trade on silver, and part of the reason why is because of the fundamentals I'm talking about here with silver and a Trump administration. Okay, it's because I honestly believe silver in 2017, guys, is set to skyrocket. Okay, and I say that because it's one of the most undervalued assets on planet Earth right now. Okay, and you can get in on silver. Good prices to buy in on are between, like $18 to $16. So if you're looking to get in on some silver, now would be a good time to do that, because I can pretty much guarantee you if Trump does some of the stuff he wants to do, silver is looking really, really bullish. Okay, so I've got those two things going with my IRA and silver. The other thing that I have going is on REITs, or real estate investment trusts. Now I use this more as a compounding mechanism, and I take advantage of dollar cost averaging. Okay, so if you look at the Dow Jones right now, it's at an all-time high of around like 19,600 points. That's the highest it's ever been in the history of the stock market. And so basically with it being so high, what I know is certain is what comes up must come down. So the market being at an all-time high, I'm expecting a pullback here soon. Okay, probably sometime in 2017 when Trump gets in. And there's a lot of people talking about whether or not that's a setup or whatever. Nobody really knows, but I can tell you that I'm expecting a pullback because markets that always go up have to come down. And when they come down, nobody knows how much they're going to come down, but I can tell you this. When they do come down, okay, things like silver and gold, historically have maybe went down with it at first, but they end up rebounding because the masses catch on, and people end up going into safe haven assets as they're losing money. So silver may not go up right away, but sometime in 2017 when these markets start dropping, I believe there's going to be a turnaround, and you're going to see silver skyrocket. Okay, not to mention, I'm really bullish on it because of the fact of what I just talked about with the fundamental analysis with Trump. Okay, again, if you're interested in knowing how to reduce your risk when you're investing, I'll leave a link in the description below that talks about the asset allocation. I'm using the asset allocation from Ray Dalio. Okay, and basically it really comes down to when you're investing, guys. And this isn't speculation, this isn't day trading. It really comes down to when you're investing for long term, you need to be diversified, okay? Because if you're set up in, say, like a 401k that's like 50-50 a balanced portfolio, you're realistically set up for about 90% risk. So if you're tied into equities, like most people are, when the markets go down, take a 40 or 50% drop like they did in 2008, you end up getting wiped out. You don't want that, okay? And you need to know it's about where you put your money and how much of it you're putting into different assets. That's really what it's about when it comes to reducing your risk. Now, I've been testing my IRA on the Ray Dalio asset allocation theory for almost a full year. It's been through the Brexit. It's been through the Trump administration, the election. It's been through, let's see here. What was the other one? Oh, this massive sell-off on the bonds that's taken place. And each time, my portfolio hasn't dropped under 4%, okay, as far as taking losses. Because it's not really about how much you can make, it's how much you can keep when it comes to your money. That's really what it's about. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check the link below. But that's kind of my take on the fundamental picture right now, the larger scope of things that's going on in the markets. And we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But again, taking all that stuff that I just talked about, putting it in, on a larger scale, you can kind of get an idea of, what's happening and how you can invest. Okay, it's not the 100% guaranteed only way to invest. You can invest any way you want. I'm just simply saying, if you're somebody who's looking at getting in on the stock market right now and buying in on equities and stuff, now's probably not a good time to do that. And the reason why is because we're at an all-time high in the stock market, and I believe really this is I think it's artificial, and I think it's going to correct here in the earlier parts of 2017 when Trump gets into office. And that's just my opinion, but I think that's what's coming our way. And again, the speculating I'm doing is on silver, so if the markets do go down, I might lose some money on my long-term assets, but I'm going to make it up on the back end with silver, okay? And that's one way you can protect your wealth and even create some wealth in down markets. All right, if you're interested in knowing more, again, subscribe to my channel. I've got numerous YouTube videos that I've made on the subject of investing because it's such a broad topic. There's a lot to cover, and I go in and I show you, ways that you can keep your money and not lose so much of it, by making silly mistakes. Because I've made a lot of mistakes. I've got over 4 years of skin in the game, investing and just trying to figure things out. And I'm finally to a point where, I feel like I know what I'm doing. And, that's really, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not about how much you make, it's how much you keep. Okay? So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm just sharing my thoughts on things that are going on right now on a fundamental scope. Okay? And why I say I think silver is going to skyrocket. And again, with silver, keep this in mind. There's only there's so much physical silver on planet Earth. Okay, and that's it. Then we're out. And if Trump wants to rebuild the military, it's going to require all this silver, well, you're going to have a supply issue, you know, along with the demand that comes with it. So the demand's going to increase, and the supply is going to go down. That's only going to force the price of silver up. And that's why I say here in the year 2017, I think I'm extremely bullish on silver, and I think you're going to see a skyrocket. That's all I have for today, guys. You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com. Again, subscribe to the channel, share and like the video, get it out there to other folks who might be, looking at investing. But other than that, you guys have a good day, good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.